Hello, 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 guys. Welcome back. I'll start with a question. Do you still feel that you are invisible at times at work, despite a very good background and a job? Or are you someone who lacks the clarity, the confidence to lead? Trust me, you are not alone. There is help, and that is Toastmasters. Toastmasters has helped many people, whether they are professionals or homemakers, to communicate with impact and turn their knowledge into powerful leadership. Don't let your talent go unheard. Find your voice and your community at tmradio.info. That's tmradio.info. And to tell you more about that, I have somebody with me from the team itself, first-hand experience right here on Radio Zindagi. Allow me to welcome my guest, Arti Kapoor, who is a dynamic leader and visionary life coach who empowers people to live with intention, confidence, and pure joy. Through mindfulness, emotional intelligence, she guides people to succeed in their life and build beautiful relationships without compromising their peace of mind, well being, and happiness. A longtime Toastmasters, Arti was recently awarded Club President of the Year for her dedication to service, growth, and excellence. Whether she's leading a workshop or mentoring one on one, she inspires people to speak confidently, lead authentically, and discover the power of their true voice. So, allow me to welcome Arti herself. Hello and welcome, Arti.
Thank you so much, Vedika. I'm so glad to be here with you today.
Pleasure
Love your
is
energy.
Pleasure is absolutely mine. And you know, Arti, the subject we are going to talk about, I think it's going to touch everyone who's listening to us in some way or other.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
So let us start with Toastmasters. What is Toastmasters? Is it a workshop? Is it a seminar? What is it actually?
Yeah, good question. Toastmasters actually is a non-profit organization. It runs worldwide. It has many clubs that people can join locally. And people come together to learn public speaking skills, right? So even right in the Bay Area, you'll have about 200 clubs, I'm just
Wow.
guessing the number, yeah. And clubs might meet weekly once or twice in a month or sometimes four times in a month. So it's up to every club. And it's membership based. So you pay, I mean, it's so nominal, like uh, approximately like 10, 15 max dollars a month.
What?
I know, right?
Yes.
Yes. So it is just a low cost option where you can enter and start feeling comfortable in your speaking skills. So that's what Toastmasters is. It's very low bar entry. Everybody is here supporting each other and everybody grows together. We have some people who have not spoken in English. English is their second language, and all kinds of people, and at all experience levels as well. So
So
it's a
that
great place.
basically includes everybody.
Everybody, yes.
Of course. So,
No.
my next question for you is that how did you decide? What made you join Toastmasters? Was it career related or anything else? Would you like to elaborate on that?
Yeah, it's funny. I remember the day that I was at an event and I met this beautiful lady, Dr. Michu. I still remember her, and she handed me a flyer, and I looked at it. I'm like, Toastmasters, what is that? I did not even know that what it was. She said, "Oh, come, trust me, you'll have fun there." I said, "Okay." So the day came in. It had said Wednesdays, 7 p.m. So the day came. I said, what the heck? Let's just go. I was so curious just to know what it was, right? So I entered a bit nervous, of course, because you're going into an unknown territory.
Right.
But then everybody was so welcoming, so friendly, and made me feel so comfortable. So, and the meeting went on. And what struck me was how nicely they were giving each other feedback on however the speaker was speaking. They had such good listening skills. Some things that I didn't even could didn't even hear, they heard and gave feedback. So I said, that active listening skills is worth
Right.
joining Toastmasters for. So that was the reason I kind of said yes after a couple of meetings. Yes.
Wow, such an interesting story. And I'm certain everybody joining Toastmaster must have their own unique stories. So,
Yes.
did it improve your day to day life, or what were the visible results you could see after joining Toastmasters?
Yeah, so the one thing that as I mentioned, the listening skills was one thing that I thought that I will take away from because I want to improve upon my listening skills. And tell me, who does not want to improve their listening skills? Because all relationships are about listening.
Listening, absolutely.
Although I'm such a talker, but I know that listening would really take your relationship to uh, another level. So that was helpful. And as a life coach, it helps me to listen to things that are not said by my clients as well. So
Hmm.
for me, in my profession, it makes it even more important that I develop those skills more and more. So I kept going to Toastmasters just to pay attention and listen what is heard and what is being said and what is not being said also. So it did change me. So that was the basic one that, okay, I started with learning those listening skills and it did help
Wonderful.
me. Mhm.
Absolutely wonderful. And you brought a very important point that you can't be a great speaker unless you're a great listener. So
Absolutely.
yes, that is a very, very important point. So what beside public speaking do Toastmasters develop?
Yes, actually, it's not just public speaking, right? It Toastmasters actually is a platform, I would say. It's a platform where you can develop and practice not only public speaking, but also leadership skills, which I realized when I joined, by taking certain club positions. As I mentioned, I got the President's Award, like as a President of the Year award, but I will come to that if there is time. But you can take up those positions, those levels. And there was actually a time where my club, the club was kind of had all new members and everybody felt stuck in it.
Hmm.
And everybody felt stuck and they were very reserved. They didn't want to speak. They didn't want to take up roles. So I had to just jump in. I gathered all the resources from Toastmasters itself and tried to revitalize the members. And what ended up happening is without, giving any speeches for about I would say like 6, 7, 8 months. They gave 40 speeches in the next few weeks. And
Impressive.
yeah, and it was all resources are right there in Toastmasters. All you have to
Oh,
do is just use them. So
wonderful.
so that was, I mean, and that's why I think I was given the President of the Year award for that.
Congratulations, a big congratulations to you
Oh,
for
thank you.
that.
Thank you so much.
And as I did ask, any results which you saw after joining, anything else you would like to add in that, like any opportunities which opened for you?
Absolutely. Actually, see, Toastmasters, what I really love about it, that they have four core values. And two of them really stuck with me. Actually, they resonated with me so much. And one is like service, and the other one is excellence. So I always kept asking myself, how can I excel? How can I serve? Those were the two questions I kept asking myself. How can I serve and how can I excel? So that led me to sharing my knowledge of how I took the club and made it President's Day really shine and the members shine and help them grow. And that led me to speaking on annual conferences on different topics like leadership, emotional intelligence, mindfulness, and stress management, etc., in workplaces and communications. So sky's the limit. I think you make it work. The resources are there. It's how much effort you put in, I would say, is what you get out of it.
Wow. So the right platform, the right
Correct.
resources,
Yes.
absolutely perfect tribe, which you get at Toastmasters. So
Very
what's left?
encouraging. Very
Yes.
encouraging. Very encouraging. Everybody.
Absolutely.
Mm,
Totally. I got the idea with all the description I just got from you.
yeah.
So, as we are at the end of our interview, Aarti, any parting thoughts? And most importantly, how the people who are listening to us right now can get in touch with Toastmasters?
Yeah, the parting words. Yes, I would say, as my journey started with curiosity, I think I would tell the listeners just be curious. You don't know what you don't know. I did not know what to expect, and I did not know that I would get into on this path and stay with it for 5+ years. So give things a chance and let it reveal itself and its benefit to you. Isn't life the same? Like we live life, life reveals to us who we are, what we'll become. So I would say just be open and curious to learning, coaching, mentoring, all of that. And you can get in touch with any club on, I think you will have you mentioned the website, tmradio.info. At that, if you click on there, you can either fill the form and somebody will help you get in touch with one of the clubs, or there's also a list of clubs right there. And just visit one or two clubs and see how you feel. You will definitely not regret, I would say.
Wonderful to hear you. Wonderful to know about Toastmasters and how easily we can get started on it. So, listeners,
Absolutely.
let me remind you once again it's tmradio.info, where you have to start your journey with Toastmasters. Thank you so much, Aarti, for joining us today. It was lovely talking to you and knowing about your journey with Toastmasters.
Oh, pleasure is all mine. Thanks, Vedika. And thanks,
The
Radio
opinions
Zindagi.
expressed in this program, broadcast, interview are the opinions of the participants or Toastmasters member only and are independent of Toastmasters International. They are not authorized by, endorsed by, sponsored by, affiliated with, or otherwise approved by Toastmasters International.